to Workato Masterclass series. Today we are going to learn about API platform. So before we move into our today's agenda, let's have a quick recap on our what we have learned in the previous session. We have discussed about automation Pro 1 certification, right? So about the attempts, about the exam patterns, and also we have discussed about the detailed way on the courses you have to go through and what all the things you have to cover as a part of the automation pro 1 certifications. So if you have already seen, it's well and good. If you're not seen, please go and check our previous video. I'll be giving a video link in the description box, as well as you can click I button at the right up of our video. So let's go and discuss our today's agenda, that is API platform. So when you see API platform, what it comes into your mind? Maybe API full form, that is application programming interface, right? So what it does, it enables basically organizations to create, publish, and manage APIs seamlessly. Second thing, you have to, it should be reusable, it should be scalable, so that it'll be easier to connect different systems like apps or data sources, right? Or any other application to give. Say example, I want to expose my application into API base. I can do that and give it to somebody in a third party where I can get the data from them, or they can push the data from to that API, right? So the key features are API creations. As I said, easily build APIs on top of your existing automations, enabling faster integrations and collaboration across teams. Second thing, that's management and security, right? So control access or monitor usage. So example, say when you say about security, definitely we need security, right? So when you maybe it's a source or maybe destinations, the both those application end we need a security. Otherwise, the the our data leak can be happen, or anybody in the middle person can hack or use our data to the interruptions, and he can interrupt some way, some other way, and give to destinations where destination cannot understand that maybe can happen, right? Hence, we need a security. So which is allows API platform allows us to do that. Scalability, because we need to handle large volumes of data or API calls. It's stable for that enterprise level needs as it is, right? Customizations. So that when you think about customization, say like suppose you have a specific business requirement which needs the flexibilities and adaptability, right? That makes the Workato API platform very useful. Okay, so we'll go to our workspace and understand in a detailed way. Okay, so once you log into your workspace, so you have to go to platform and API platform. Okay, one more thing I want to say. So this session will be overall on the theory part to explain about API platform, right? So the next session will be on the hands-on wise to make a use of what we have going to do in this particular session. We'll be using the same API collections in our next session to show the demo. Okay, so there'll be a two parts. So this is a part one and this will be a part two. Okay. So once you log into your workspace, this is how the API platform dashboard looks. Okay. So dashboard contains basically its API activity. It can be, it shows successful requests, errors, any policy violations that I'll talk about policies in the coming upcoming things when we discuss about policies. Okay. So response times, concurrency. So concurrency is like how many uh, what do you call it? Request can happen at a time. Okay, we can get. So we'll go to the dashboard like we'll see like API activities. No, there's no any kind of API activities since July 11th. for this particular workspace. So I cannot see you, I cannot show you any graph in this case. So basically, it will show you the graph based how many requests came in the July or how many requests came in on July 24th. Like it's based on the request you made, okay, to the or request you got. Okay, this will be again. And go to API collections. We'll go to API collections. So here you can see. Okay, so API policy, API collection, right? So API collection we don't have right now. So we'll create it one now. End of the all the tabs. Once we go all the tabs sequentially, and once we'll create a new API collections based on we require because we have to discuss policies, clients. Very important these two concepts to make it API collections very strong for us to concept wise as well, right? Okay. So API collection basically is like creating an endpoint. Okay, we'll show you that. Next is policies. So policies basically it's to adding you what do you call say like say how many requests can be sent within a per week or month like that. Okay, I'll show you that these things. And the clients basically it will allows you to add authentications. Okay, it is OAuth or maybe API token based, right? So you can allow without token as well. It's like it is without security. Okay, so logs you can see like it shows default by last 30 days, but you can customize it based on your dates as well. Custom range you can do that. Okay, and libraries basically that is like it can be a shared APS. Say suppose any teams have APIs which is if they want to be you want to be part of that particular API, they'll be asking you to join that particular API. Okay, so we'll that particular teams it will be shown in this particular dashboard. Okay, so currently we don't have anything, so it will not be seen here. So settings. So API path. Say example. Say like I'll just give Shiva here. Okay, so whatever comes, it go via my name and followed by the API collection path and endpoint path. Custom domains, public accesses. Say example, if you allow this external client to access API collections, you have to allow it. So when you share with anybody, it has to be defaultly allowed. Okay. API concurrency is like set to now 20. It's like how many requests can come. Okay, and say the maximum number of requests is waiting state when concurrency limit is exceeded. The maximum value is 100, so we give as the quick size is 80. So concurrency is like at a time 20 requests can be taken. Then followed by whatever the request comes will be in the queue. Then once it's a 20 requests is processed, then the followed by next 20s, then 20, then 20. Okay, so like that it process. So we'll go to API collection now. We'll create using policies and clients will create API collections. I'll just show you how to create API collections. I'll just click on this. Next. So I'll be using existing APIs. If it's there, I'll just say, let's for example, see, okay. Do we have anything? If we don't have, we can create it one more just to, it's okay. So we don't have any recipes built, right? So what we can do, we'll go to first project. Okay, we'll just create a new project. So let me create a folder. Okay, so create a folder. Yeah, it's a folder. Yeah, I just say like Workato POC. Okay, let's create project here. It'll create it. Now create one more folder. Just say API POC. Okay, so just create folder according to your name. You can just give your name. It's not supposed to be same as API POC. It's up to you. Whatever you want to give it, you can give the folder name accordingly. Now I'll create recipe. Now when you create a recipe, just say like API. Okay, sorry, API followed by recipe 001 followed by testing API. Okay, now select build an API endpoint from, so that will be create a one recipe out of that. Now just for to complete it, just add a logger. Okay. Okay, I'll just start that's empty logger stuff. I'll just save it. Now what I'll do, I'll go back to my again the platform API platforms, go to API collections, create a new applet, click on the new API recipe collections, go to next. See, it options having either use existing recipe or import open API specification. So we are using existing API like recipes. I'll just select on this. Okay, so we this found right. It found default like says like get. That's fine. We can change this to after later on. So I'll go to next. I'll give API collection has say POC version is one. Let's give okay. So now endpoint is got added, right? We API collections. You can see here. So you can see here, its endpoint got created, right? Likewise, you can go to client. We don't have any clients, right? We'll go to clients now. We'll create a new client for that. Say POC client. Okay. Just give as a name followed by the prefix as POC only. So no, I don't want to give any client logo for that. It takes default. Okay, see, now it's asking for the client to create a new access profile. Okay, you can create a multiple access profile based on your requirements. Say, example, you want to share your APIs to two teams. You don't want to share with the same API tokens or something, right? You can create new two access profiles and give it to two teams. So I'll create a new access profile with this. Say access profile is POC access profile. Okay, so I'll be selecting from the API collections which I created. So okay, so it can be allowed. See, this particular client can be reused to any of your API collections until you are satisfied with that. Like suppose you need you want to use same client, you can use it. Otherwise, create a new client for it. Okay, so it asks for auth token. You have OAuth, JSON Web Token, and OpenID connector. So I don't want to use anything of this. I'll just, for simple ways, just use auth token. Then there's no policies set up right now. So I'll not currently do that. Now I'll show you how to do that as well. Go to next, create access profile. Okay. So you can see here, this auth token got created. Okay. So we have to copy this and keep it safely. I just done it. It's done now. So you can see here, this access profile is now active. You can see it active. Okay. Now go back to your client and go to the policies. You create a new policies. I'll show you what is the policies. Okay. POC policies. Policy. Okay. So we can say time interval, right? Per minute or per hour. I can say per hour is say like 1,000 requests. Okay. It's like just to make you understand what is the use of this. And say usage quota, there is rate limit. This is rate limit. Specify the total limit per access profile. Means whatever the access profile you created in the previous things in the client, when you're creating a client, we have created a client access profile. Right? Ask for the access profile. This is a limit per hour. 1,000 requests is allowed usage, right? So define each profile usage quota. Say if I select for 60 days, you can allow, say according to this per hour 1,000 requests means. So for 60 days, I can say like maximum 10,000. Okay, just to not based on the calculation of what we given. I just to create it to understand, make you understand what is usage quota and what is a policy all about. Okay, so once you create a policies, so now it's set for this is a kind of, you can say like you can use this policy as general policies to any of your clients. Okay. Now go back to client. Since we didn't had a policy to attach it, so now we can say edit access profile. So you can see here now the policy tab is options is enabled for us. So I'll be selecting the PSC policies. Next, save changes, right? So the auth token remains same, but your now it got added the policies to the access profile. So now this API is collections ready to use with a security, right? So this is all about the theory part of this, and we have created successfully API collections with clients that has an access profile, and also we have attached a policies that is limits the access profile, its limitations, right? Okay, and settings I've already seen, that is like we can change the, say example, just say like Shiva here, just not saved, right? So just say Shiva. Okay, it's already taken. Okay, just give 7. Okay, it's got saved. Okay, so now custom domain. So it's a basically custom domain, like you can create your own domain to divert it. Means like if you have your own domain with respect to yours. So I don't have any domains with respect to me with my particular workspace. I don't create it. So if you have your own domain, you can create it. Okay, so public access is already default allowed. So as I said, so we'll talk about this custom domain in the next session. It's a part two. If you need a few details on that, please comment out in our comment box so that we can come to know whether you want or not. Otherwise, we can default, we can explain it, but if you need it, we'll explain in the detailed way. Okay. So now go back to our presentation part and go to quiz. So welcome back again with the presentations part for the first time. So hope you have understood the overall concept of API platform, why we need and how to do the collections, creating the collections, how to add authorizations for that API collections. And second thing is like how to create access profiles and adding policies to policies to that basically. So so based on that, we have created few questions to ask you so that it will basically check your knowledge. Okay. So what is a primary function of Workato's API platform? Here are the options. To design user interfaces, to create and manage APIs on top of our automated workflows. Third is to store large amounts of data. Fourth option is to send marketing emails. I guess it's a very easy question. So I guess everyone will answer this question. So let me reveal the answer. So answer is to create and manage APIs on the top of our automated workflows. Here's the second question, and followed by the options. Which of the following is not a feature of Workato's API platform? API creation and publishing, real-time monitoring and analytics, automatic UI generation for APIs, access control and security management. I guess it's a very easy question than the first one. So hope everyone will answer this. So right. So C is the right answer for that. So automatic UI generation for API. So third question is related to customization API in Workato's API platform. Okay. So options are APIs cannot be customized and are static. B. APIs can be customized to fit specific business requirements. C. The customization requires extensive coding knowledge. And fourth, only the API name can be customized. Which statement is true or not with respect to customizing APIs? I guess I think it's a very simpler, but it's kind of tricky, which you have to specifically see the options which will fit into the questions, right? Fit answers for that particular statement. I guess let me reveal the answers. Answer is API can be customized to fit specific business and requirements. So hope you guys enjoy this particular session. So if you have any doubts or any information required from our end, please do comment out and we'll come back to you soon with our answers to that, or we can discuss in the next session or maybe future sessions. So until then, please keep learning about API platforms from yourself, and also we'll keep watching our videos and for the next part, which we'll discuss about the demo. Okay. Okay, then thank you so much for your time and keep learning. Thank you.